All right, we're live at 5, and hello to all you villains out there and you negative renegades. Sorry, it was my fault. I got my own fucking time wrong. I thought I was going live at 9 and not 8, but it's 9 for all you East Coast miscreants and stuff. So it's not like we're missing anything or that. So except for Steve choking on the popcorn there, stuff. So, you know, but yeah, we weren't fighting over any ribs that Jimmy brought over. Jimmy doesn't come over anymore. He hates me, so it's all of that. So yeah, but yeah, we got roll call. Of course, we got Chester the Goat Franklin is here, and Rosalia's here. Um, we've got Alan's here. We've got Tony's here, and Jimbo Jack is here, and we have the Pope, Mister Pope, the Pap Smear is here, and all that good stuff. So there we go. Yay! Most of the gang is all here. Were you putting bets out, Rosie, or something? Tootsie roll call, yep. But yeah, tonight's feature film is a nice Asian cat 3. There's no cats being harmed in this at all. Um, I actually I was trying to decide between this or this other one, Untold Story. I think Untold Story actually has a better storyline about a butcher who goes absolutely batshit and kills a bunch of his customers and turns them into meat and stuff like that. But this one, I think I watched it yesterday just because I wanted to have an idea of what I was getting into, just in case it was too graphic or whatever. Um, it's actually kind of quite comical in some places. It's not one that I'd say is not for the squeamish, although there's some things in there that are kind of fucked up. Uh, there is some, I might as well just say there's some brief necrophilia. There's some other stuff. I don't want to spoil the whole thing, but like I said, there's bits that are actually quite comical. But Juno, it watched it as well, so he'd know what he was getting into. And so, yeah, I
It
decided.
delivers some, yep,
Go
it
ahead.
delivers some serious carnage.
Well, the funny thing about this is that there's a documentary up on Arrow as well that has. It's about they called it the Hong Kong extreme explosion or whatever. We're talking about all the extreme Hong Kong flicks, or whatever at the time, and they said that this one actually some of the financing ran out or something, and they had to kind of postpone it, a couple of times. So it took it a few years to finally get made, and then a couple of years to come out. So you can kind of tell that there are bits in it where it kind of you're like, wait, what's going on here? And you kind of figure that they added stuff and the
But
way they edited it and stuff like that. So yeah, it's but I mean, it's no necromantic or anything like that, which that's kind of us, stuff. But that's the way it goes.
it's not like some. Like I would say, it's not like fucking Serbian film. Like I still think that's a piece of shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, I never, watched that because everybody warned me and said, "Oh, you don't want to watch that; it's a piece of shit." And then there's those other ones that those guys did that are really fucked up. I forget the something massacres. I don't know that these two brothers or something made, and they were like crap. So I don't know. But this one isn't, like I said, I don't think it's that bad. I mean, it's
Yeah,
no horseman. I mean, it didn't make me flinch or make me go, "Oh God, what am I watching?"
but it did deliver some serious carnage that Jim Ross would commentary on. Damn it, it's a
We
slobber
need
knocker.
we
Gee.
need to we need to find a way to make a thing that says, Juno's serious carnage, and stuff.
This is
But
about to pick up.
yeah, but pinned at the top of the chat is the Look movie link. Unfortunately, Untold Story is not, on. At least I couldn't find it on Look, but that's neither here nor there. We'll deal with that at a later time. Um, let's see. Yeah, I guess that's what I've got. For now and all that. I hope uh, everybody is doing well, because if you're not, that's not my fault. Um, Sydney Sweeney Todd, yeah. Who's underneath who? What?
I did see this movie Vulgar, and it did
Yeah.
had also a doc. The documentary for Dogma was on here for 37 minutes.
Yeah, I need to pick that up. It's funny that made this woman I was going out with at the time, and also uh, an older friend of mine, like totally flinch, and they both hated it. They thought it was terrible, but I thought that it was one of the best things I'd ever seen. Dr.
It was
Lambskin condoms. Yeah, that's one.
it was fucking good. I thought that
Thank you,
guy
Chester.
that played the guy that played Dante, he was like the lead of that movie. He's
Right.
fucking good in that movie. Especially when he breaks down to his friend, like that was fucking powerful acting right there.
Yeah.
I don't mind doing a watch party later on for that one because it's available on YouTube.
Yeah, we can probably, figure, something out for that. But I did want to tell you that on Tuesday, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag, even though it wasn't in the bag. But we're going to do. You and I are going to do the Devo documentary on Tuesday. So yeah,
You know,
and we're going to have a mystery guest. So yeah, that'll be fun.
We are
Mhm.
Juno, Juno.
Yeah, we are Juno. Yeah, Steve says we are Juno, Juno. There you go.
yeah,
And we have Brooke Sauce is in the house. It's always good to see her and whatnot. Dr. Lamb Queef Wandum, instead of a condom, a Wandum. Is that, Rosie, do they call condoms in, Mexico Wandums? I know that's probably racist, but, we got to figure it.
Like everything else.
We got to figure it all out. Man, you're choking on stuff.
No, I'm hiccuping.
Oh, okay.
I got indigestion.
That's going to be just like Juno's fire alarm.
Oh, yeah. Keep doing that all night long.
Yeah, drink some of that soda. You'll.
Yeah, that'll help.
Alan says, "Hey Juno, when the Adult Video Awards, who will win for Best Actress?" And Rosie says, "Sure," to my question and stuff. So okay, that works for me. Hopefully, P. Rich will show up and friggin', BoJack hasn't even said a word. I guess he's disappeared.
Yeah, earlier today, folks, went to see The Bride. Thought it was pretty good.
Is that just one thumb or two thumbs up?
Thumbs up. Oh,
Well, I only see one, so I asked, is that two or one or two?
just one.
Oh, okay. I can't dignify that question with an answer. Not you, Juno. What Alan asked me in the chat. Dr. Lamb with a side of applesauce. Yeah. There you go. But like I said, I like this. I don't think I would watch it, like a million times. It's no sadness, which, you want more than Maximum Carnage. You watch that fucking movie. Or you could just watch The Horseman and be petrified. Yeah, this is no cannibal holocaust, so I don't see the need to, be like, oh shit. Well, I mean, there are a few kind of oh shit moments, but for the most part, it is what it is. I mean, so if you want, I mean, your animals and your cat and your dog can watch this, and I think maybe your grandma, but other than that, I don't know if you want to. Definitely none of the kids, unless they're like 18 and up, So yeah, Granny will love. Lamb chop top. There we go.
Yeah. Skitos
tortilla chips. Who the hell is Steven? Who's Steven Hibbert? I don't know who that is, Chester.
Steven Hibbert.
Yeah, excuse my ignorance, but I don't know who that is. Dr. Lamb chops with a side of steak sauce. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Did you ever try steak sauce? Because I never knew what that was.
Oh yeah,
is that like barbecue?
It's kind of different.
Yeah, it's different. Like A1.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It just depends. I don't use it a lot or anything.
Man, I haven't had one in years. I need to get some.
Silence of the Hannibal.
Yeah. Chester says that Steven Hibbert guy was in Pulp Fiction. I don't know what role was he in.
Was he the gimp? Yeah.
Maybe. Bring out.
this is one from the archives. When Jimmy and I, the first time we met was at like a local wrestling show, and there used to be a guy that went by the name of Fuku, and he dressed like the Gimp, and so then I'm sitting next to Jimmy, and he's like, "Bring out the Gimp." And I just, oh man, it was like, that's how we bonded. I mean, I was rolling. I was like, man, this guy's incredible, fucking hilarious, and stuff. And so, that's how our friendship was born, It was like, out of those 4 words, bring out the Gimp. Alan said you never knew what steak sauce was. Geez, too much salsa.
No, I always eat barbecue and hot wing sauce with it.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a thinner sauce, and stuff. But I mean, it just depends,
It has Worcestershire in it.
Yeah, but I just use Worcestershire. So I think that's, that alone is good.
Yep.
Look at us. We'll be talking about cooking all night before
yeah.
we get to the movie. No, we'll get to the movie in like a few minutes. So everybody, get yourself situated, and when you're ready to go, we'll get going, because I'm
Yep.
setting, ready and stuff.
There was a few trailers before the movie started. There was a few trailers that came out for new movies, like a new space movie with Ryan Gosling and shit.
Oh wow, that might be good.
I think it's like one of those those novels that's made by the same guy who did The Martian. Like it's based off one of his novels.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that should be good.
And he's like friends with like this robot creature or something that he meets in space or some shit. Looks interesting. It's like an IMAX or some shit.
Gotcha. Brook sauce is the hottest. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. And the other movie is another mummy movie without Brendan Fraser, but it's a horror movie, but it's from Shithouse.
That's the one with the girl, though, right?
Yeah. And when I was looking at the story, it pretty much is the same fucking story as Exorcist Believers. It's the same fucking story. The girl goes missing. They find her all fucked up and beat up. It's like the same story from Exorcist Believers, where they found the girl's all beaten up and bruised, and then she's possessed or some shit.
Well,
It's
there
just
is
the same story.
There is going to be a new Mummy movie with Brendan Eraser and Rachel, Alwise.
Yeah.
They decided to do it because, well, they both said as long as the script was worthwhile, they would do it. So apparently it is. But then we'll see how fickle everybody is when it comes out, and they'll go, most people will be like, this fucking sucks. This is a piece of shit.
Yep. I'll say it just
The
like
last one, the last one when Tom Cruise was a piece of power of shit, and that was one movie I walked out.
Wow.
Yeah. That movie fucking sucked.
I don't like Tom Cruise.
Well, the thing with Tom Cruise is he needs like a step ladder to, get around.
And he ain't good as Gene Hackman or Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh yeah.
Like how South Park just rips on his ass. You ain't good as Gene Hackman.
All right, kids. I guess we'll go ahead and get this fucker started and all that good stuff. So, this is going to be a ride, though, because I don't know how some of you will take this, but we're just gonna do it because that's what we do, you know. He says, Alan says, I'm sure they will all talk with a redneck accent. They will.
You betcha.
There's a new this movie on Max I want to see with Emma Thompson called Dead of Winter, and she actually has like a Southern American accent that's doing a real good job too. So by the trailer, it looks really good. All right. Well, I hope everybody's set. So I'm going to give a 10 count, and then we'll get this thing started. Make sure I grab the right remote too. Okay. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, cuatro, trace, dos, uno. Press play, hoes, bitches, pendejos, homos, perros, you know. So there we go. Perros is the most offensive, you know. Golden Sun
Films
Film.
Limited.
Mary had a little Dr. Lamb. Yeah. I love this Heroes United Films Limited. It's like, what? So we start off with the little Dr. Lamb, and you know, all these kids are assholes to him and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
This little asshole, you know, saying, you know, I've got 20 cents. I'll give it to you if you pull down your sister's pants. You know, he should have just snapped that kid's neck instead, you know. So they're all, you know, laughing and stuff, and then this girl's mother's yelling at him and shit, you know, and fucking the dad, you know, it's okay. He's just curious, you know, and stuff. And then he's spying on his dad banging some woman, you know, and stuff. The little girl's like, you know, beat him, you know. It's like, I don't care. He's not allowed to have dinner. Like the kid probably gives a shit, you know.
At least you won't get food poisoning.
Right? He doesn't have to eat barbecue dog, you know, or something. Typo Lambo, you know. Actually, we have a buffet here called Lambo. But it's not Dr. Lambo, though. I know, right? We should go there and just ask him, was this place ever called Dr. Lambo? You know. And now we're going to go here up, into the future, which they don't say with the old Dr. Lambo all grown up,
Mm-hmm. Dr. Lambo.
What's going on
Dr.
over
Hort.
there? Is your mom watching TV again?
No, it's the movie I'm watching.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my mom's in her room. Like usually, sometimes she'd buy the living room, but no, it's my Bluetooth soundbar.
See, it's weird
Is it
they
like a
call
bit?
this Dr. What? Go ahead.
Is the soundbar too high or something?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I just didn't know what was going on over there.
Yeah.
But it's funny how he's not really like a doctor, he's a taxi cab driver,
Yeah.
I mean, he does sort of experiment with, medical equipment, but,
The movie kind of has that. It feels like it's released by those Golden Harvest Productions, like that release like those John Woo movies. They have like the same opening credits.
Yeah, kind of. Speaking of John Woo, we watched The Killer today.
The original?
Yeah.
Because I know there was a shitty remake that Peacock did.
So he takes these pictures, of some of his victims, and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one cop, the fat one that they call Fat Bang, and what the fuck?
Fat.
I just love the way he stares at the guy from the pharmacy or wherever the fuck he gets those the film developed, Yeah. At least he doesn't have like a Mo Howard haircut like the other guy next to him and shit. Goddamn bowl cut, Gotta figure out. I gotta figure out. Do my wig inspection and see who's wearing wigs in this fucker. They should have had this guy walking around with like a bucket of ribs, and stuff. And then they all order each other around because those guys make them look like fools. And these dipshits decide to fucking play poker in the car.
Fucking pendejos.
At least that guy, she goes, "You don't look like a cop," and he goes, "What do you think? What do you think I look like, Superman?" They need to have. You should have had Bang eating a meatball sandwich too.
Right. Instead of the coffee.
Fat bastard Bang. Yeah. 2 pairs. I win. Get real hungry. He just like bit one of those guys' hands off, and shit. It's my fucking egg rolls. Yeah, see, the beginning is kind of just all that. They're trying to figure out what the fuck he's doing and all that until they get to the real nitty gritty, too.
They're just idiots fucking around with playing cards.
Right. In Hong Kong, it would be a dog ball sandwich. Yeah, Dr. Lamb, the other white meat, exactly. So there comes old lamb chop there to pick up some photos, and stuff.
You ever tried lamb?
He's got the best hair in the movie, I think, than all of them, which is kind of funny,
Yeah. You ever tried lamb in Texas?
Yes. It's good if it's barbecued, right?
Yep.
Shit, you fat ass. What took you so long? So he's using the old Chan trick, that those aren't his photos, but he bought them for somebody named Chan, for Chan gas and 4chan,
Damn it. Fuck. Fuck.
1 hour photo. There you go, Juno. Rosie's the best, man. She throws things out that you wouldn't even expect, curveballs all around. Sometimes she throws these fastballs right in the gut. Her body is crooked. Yes, a dead body can be crooked like this. Well, no shit. Victim is dead for more than 5 hours. Even worse was cow tongue and reindeer. Well, I wouldn't eat any of those. No lingua for me. No El Tongo.
You don't like cow tongue?
Dude, I've never had it and I don't want to. I've seen I've been to like a store where they actually had the fucking head cheese, the actual fucking cow skull there and shit. And I'm like, Jesus, fuck. Nope.
Yeah. I enjoy tongue. It's fucking good. And tacos.
Oh man, nope. I won't even eat what's that that stuff I mean, I've had barbacoa, you know, but fucking menudo, I won't eat that.
Menudo.
Yeah, I don't want any
Not
Ricky
to be-
Martin. You know,
This ain't
that's
a Ricky
a
Martin
clip right
concert.
there. Yeah, I've never had menudo and stuff.
Is that like chitlins?
No, I think that's more like pozole. I think I don't know.
Pozole's pretty good.
Yeah, they keep telling this guy he doesn't need his brother not to speak loudly yet. They're talking loud as fuck and yelling and shit, pushing the guy's dad around and stuff.
You ever tried a liver? You ever tried liver?
Yeah, I'm not a fan, but I've had my mom used to love chicken livers and oof, you know,
Mhm.
gizzards and all that shit. I'm like, nope. Adrian Barbacoa. Why couldn't the farmer get all the horses together? They were giddying up too much. I remember the cow tongue on the guy's corn.
Like that music.
Yeah, it's got pretty cool music in it. Kid tells him, you know, what's your name? And he tells him and he says, speak louder. Then when he says it loud, the guy goes, no need to speak so loud. Fucking asshole, you know.
It's a horse's ass.
These fucking cops are ridiculous, you know.
They're
The
dumber than
police chief
shit.
the police chief is the only one that knows what the fuck he's doing, you know.
Yeah.
Like they really need that many fucking cops there and shit. I have to go to the bathroom. My bladder is injured, you know, stuff. Telling them to get changed, I don't even understand what that's about, you know.
And he's to get his drawers changed.
And then the police chief finds that article on him and stuff, you know. Seeing all these fuckers in the building are asking, or this must be like at the police station, but they're all asking, did he kill these women? And it's like nobody said anything like that, you know. See, that's where like some things in this movie kind of change. It's like, what, you know. See, Fat Bing should have been the killer, you know. Yeah. Fat Lamb, you know, they would call it that.
Fat ping.
Sweet and sour dork, you know. So yeah, that one cop's a hothead, you know, grabbing him by the throat and shit. He knows who's next for dinner, you know. The way he looks at him, you know, shit. Well, there's sort of something like that. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna spoil it. Who beat me? Who beat you? You know, big eyes beat me 30 times. Big eyes, you know what the fuck. You cops aren't superior.
Some serious.
We'll beat you if you shout again. I mean, like, what the fuck? Check his rap sheet from the crab department. I'm like, what? Where they go to the seafood shop? Yeah, I thought this was great. The cops just like, punching him, and he's not even moving. Just like a fucking, and then the one guy's name is Billy Hung, and it's like you could kill him, and it's like didn't say a word, I have said it. I won't repeat it. I didn't come in. I didn't see anything. I'm invisible. Fucking, and then he fucking hits him with his arm on the back, and his fucking hurts his arm and shit. It's like what? Hey, Ashton's finally in the house. He pulled over in the pulled the van over and got here and stuff.
There's a roid rage detective interrogating one of them.
你揸住我咩啊？我係尼康人，我冤枉噶，我冤枉噶。你大佬做咩你唔知嘅？冇噶，佢每日放工翻嚟就入房噶啦。我哋都冇兩句嘅，咁佢大小二便都喺埋裏邊噶啦。This woman lets her daughter sleep on the fucking table and all that. It's like what? 我覺得佢平時咩問題或者做埋晒啲咩古靈精怪嘢咁啊？都冇乜嘢啊，我覺得佢幾正常。嗱。 你最隱瞞事實咧，我隨時可以告你，你有乜錯啊？佢細個嘅時候試過裝老豆同阿媽咩做咯，咁仲話冇乜嘢？當我哋性侵犯過啊？裝過裝啊？有兩個老婆，係啊，大姐係大過生噶啦，係咯。 佢以前有冇女朋友？有女朋友，但係好未散咗。佢有冇神經病啊 ？Is he nuts? My son is normal, idiot. 佢都影相喎，佢影咗好多相喺度喎。佢影相，玩相機添。點解佢影埋啲兩個裸體相啊、陰部啊、胸部啊嗰啲相啊？喂，有冇搞錯？ And then, the fucking police chief is still saying, or I mean, his dad's still saying, well, there's nothing wrong with him taking those naked photos of women. It's art, And they're saying he had molested some girl, I guess when he was a kid, and then he was acquitted, And he says, innocent, you're as crazy as he is. He is nuts.
And I don't understand, why he put that thing in front of him, that block or whatever the fuck it is, and he's hitting that hammer on him, and then he's like, and he says, "You think you're as tough as this hammer?" And it's like, well, you're not actually hitting him in the head with anything. Oh, it was like a fucking phone book or some bullshit. What was the purpose of that?
Leave a bruise, I think.
I being a dickhead cop or something.
And then when he says, you can hit him later. Yep, naked photos,
One of the detectives in that. Oh, go ahead.
Which one? Go ahead.
As in, like, one of them looks all fucking Roy Rage, look like Bolo Young's son from Bloodsport.
That guy doesn't even have the fit, for like Bolo Young. Bolo Young would rip him to pieces.
Yeah.
But it's funny
like
though.
his...
Speaking of, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, speaking of Bolo Young, he was in a bunch of those Bruceploitation movies.
Yeah.
I guess everybody had to get a paycheck, and stuff.
He also did a few movies where he was kind of like the good guy in them movies, even though he's known as the fucking bad guy.
And then this guy's excited, passing them the naked photos and stuff, and old fat Bing there is getting off to it. She that one police woman that looks like Ellen DeGenerate, she's all obsessed with the whole thing, like she's all disgusted.
The butch.
He has a more than
Yeah. And then he says, "You must be soft on him." He says, "I'm too soft on him. I beat him hard." He pulls around. Well, let's pull around. This is what I mean. This is all like the comic relief. These idiots,
They're a bunch
They
of
should have had
jackasses.
Yeah, they should have had like fucking old fat Bing. They should have made farting sounds when he was around, and stuff. This idiot's just beating that phone book with a hammer, and some other idiot's doing it with a belt, and it's just like he's not gonna say anything, you fucking morons. Slapping his feet with the belt. He's not even phased. And then that idiot hits the one cop in the arm with the hammer, throwing him into the wall. They're just beating the piss out of him, and but he's not saying a word. Yeah, old Hung's getting hung up, getting pissed, And old Bing passed out. Then he thinks it's time for lunch, But
Has to get another meat sandwich.
somebody needs a goddamn sandwich, I tell you. Yeah.
He's a lard ass.
Bolo Tai Young. Ashton, it's our comic relief. Only when he's been driving the van all day long,
He's a lard ass.
Yeah, not Ashton, but Bing. You know.
No, the Pong Ping guy.
Yeah, I know, but it was just the way he said that. Because I said that thing about Ashton, and then he said, "Yeah, he's a lard ass." Like, no, you know, we got to make some certain statements clear because I don't want anybody like storming off and getting pissed off. You know?
Yes. No, it's not meant for you, Ashton. It was the fat Ping guy,
Oh,
the
he
fat
knows.
bastard.
I mean, he knows he's a fat bat. Oh, yeah, Bing does. Yeah, yeah. Chan Kit Fang. What a name. Young Man Ling. Then they're using this old like shitty computer to get fingerprints and stuff. Does your brother like to take photos? No.
It was way before that forensic stuff fucking worked and shit. Where they found a bunch of fingerprints and shit. Because I wasn't even invented yet or some shit.
Right.
And Butch Ellen DeGeneres is all starstruck.
But then and it's kind of weird the way they say, they show how he took pictures of his niece, but then there's that one's kind of set up where they flip that one page kind of, over, and it's supposedly like you don't really see it, so you don't know for sure, if she was, naked or it was like feet photos or what, but he got all pervy, and stuff, Yeah. Taking photos is nothing special, and then he sees those, photos, and he's tripping. Brooke's still here. She's hiding. She went to pick up some steak sauce. She went to pick up some steaks. Christopher Lamb, boy. Yeah. She went to pick up some steak sauce and some lamb. She's going to cook us dinner tonight.
Man, I love steak.
Rosie, you ever read the Marilyn Manson book, The Long Straight Road to Hell or Out of Hell or whatever the fuck it was called? back in the 90s. Anyone? Bueller? Anybody?
Haven't. I think I have that on my saved history like saved list for Amazon for that book.
You're a robot, Juno. I can't understand what you're saying.
Can you hear me?
Sort of.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you better now.
Yeah, I saw that. I have that. I think it's saved up on my Amazon list or something, my history list. That book that you were talking about, Marilyn Manson. I saw.
Yeah,
I read like a. It said there
it's
was like a free sample where I read a few pages.
well, there's a thing in there, uh, a deal where there was some, Sir Marlos is in the house, y'all. Anyway,
Okay.
he was he had this one like fan that was deaf, and he would like invite her backstage and stuff. So I think it was like him and or like he was there, and then I guess Twiggy decided that he was going to have sex with her or whatever. But they took a bunch of meats that were on the deli tray, and they toothpicked them all together and made this helmet and put it on her, and stuff. And so then she was having sex with Twiggy in the fucking shower. So all this juice from the meat was like dripping down her and all this kind of shit, and it was really fucked up. And even he admitted yeah, I don't think we really should have done that, and stuff. There's a lot of shit that he would talk about, and then he'd be like, yeah, maybe that wasn't such a good idea.
Because isn't that the stuff that he was controversial? Like why people
The
don't like
what?
him? Is that what's the controversial about him? That people don't like
I
him because
can't.
of that, or can you hear me?
Well, not me. There was other stuff later that, you know, supposedly, or allegedly, that stuff I didn't really like. That I didn't give a shit. I thought that was sort of funny in a weird sort of way.
Hmm.
But I mean, he, he had a really kind of fucked up, childhood and stuff. So, fucking, what's his name here is, I think he's with a prostitute or whatever, and she just grabs him, and all of a sudden his candy bar goes off.
Yeah, chewing gum.
That's when he starts going and killing prostitutes and shit like that.
Choppy the pee pee. Or shucky suck the. Marlboro smokes.
It's funny how like when she opened that door, she hit herself with it, and then it's like, oh, I got to get in the car. So he didn't even retake that.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing, wrong with that. It's just some of the stuff in the book. I mean, there was another thing where he and Twiggy were going to murder like an ex-girlfriend of his, and right when they were about to go kill her, like the cop, some cops drove like down the road, and they were like, oh, maybe we better not do this.
But is it a worth it book? Like, is it not like confusing or not a boring book? Like, is it pretty good?
Yeah, I mean it's interesting, you know. I don't know if they've ever like revised it, you know, or anything, but I mean I got it when it first came out.
Mhm.
And then of course there's a bit at the end kind of where he kind of acknowledges a lot of the rumors, you know, about him that were false and stuff like that.
Yeah. The book of Ed Gein. What's the one that you said that was fucked up? Like, what's that book is called?
It's called Deviant, and the guy's
Deviant.
last, well, yeah, the guy's name is Harold Schechter.
Harold.
So if you, but if you want to have the dry heaves, you know, go for it, man.
Oh man.
I literally, Steve, I had to put this book down twice because it was so graphic. I was, you know, starting to vomit and stuff. Yeah. Here he is driving, and this bitch is trying to play footsie with him, you know.
Yeah. This footsie skank.
Lamb feet, you know. Yeah, I think she's getting all sick, you know.
You make my heart sing. I want some lamb feet.
He can't even vomit, you know. Like,
Oh, induced vomit shit.
and then he drives her all the way there. And she said, "Who said to come here? You said it, you dumb bitch." You know. Oh, there she goes. Blah, blah, blah. It's gonna have a fucking accident, you know. She keeps hanging on him like that.
It's like clam chowder that she puked out.
Yeah, that's a weird position. Huh?
Then he starts tripping on something, you know. It's like, he's up, upside down in that fucking, you know, cream of oyster or whatever the fuck that is. Starts going over her eye and shit, you know. Like, what the fuck? Then he starts making all these weird faces looking like an ape or some shit. And he's punching her in the head, you know. Like, what the fuck? But he's a nut and he's gonna strangle her to death. He wasn't enjoying the ride, I guess, you know.
Vomit. Drove them over the edge. You know?
Right? This is just about really as brutal as it gets, except for like some other stuff. But you know, we all know there's worse out there. So
This is some serious, serious carnage. God damn, it's a slobber knocker.
You know, it's funny how the guy's asking him, the police chief's asking him questions, and then it's like he's reliving all this shit.
Yeah.
They should have piped in Juno like a sample of Arnold going, "You're a quiet boy." You know,
Yep, that should have been the sample.
so he says he brings this woman's body home. You know, with all that family there, I mean, how the hell is he gonna even get away with it?
Yeah.
At least he decided to clean the taxi. You know, naked people in the van. Yeah, Dr. Lamb driving his Lamborghini.
That's a good one.
Yep. I have not watched Ted season 2 yet, but I plan to. I've been watching Cross, and that's a really good fucking show. So I recommend anybody that has Prime watch Cross. So I guess he's
Oh,
sneaking her dead body in the house. You know,
have you seen the show Fallout?
I have not. Did you watch it?
No, because I heard people are saying it's a great show from Prime and stuff. Because you said you had Prime.
I mean, I probably will watch it. I don't know. Like Moonbeam saw it. She kept raving about it, and
Hmm.
I'm not really into shows based on video games, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Here's some yams, y'all. Get a good look before they get destroyed. Slapping her around, telling her to throw
Man,
up. Dude, you killed her, you idiot.
boy, King, put the women and children to bed.
this, this is, I'll kill you, I'll kill you, I'll kill you. It's like, you kind of already did, you dumb fuck. It's just, hilarious the way the facial expressions and then you got this funk bass playing, bow, 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 you know. Yeah, he starts doing that dog shit. And then he's posing her in different positions and taking, photos. Got her tied up and moving her legs and arms like a fucking puppet, What the hell? Jiggling the jelly molds. Yeah, human puppet, exactly. The van has zebra fur seats. There you go. Rosie's not jealous. She has her own van. She's got like panther seats, so
Hmm.
oh yeah, then here we go. This, yeah, where he pulls out that fucking cleaver. And then he cuts her arm, and then he's kind of like, what? Like, what the hell? And then he just starts chopping on it. Then he sees all the blood, and he starts freaking out. He doesn't, he's so like such in a trance or some shit. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. But yeah, he's definitely balls to the walls lunatic, and stuff. Human Uncle Roy centipede tickle. See, like an untold story, it's supposed to be better, to where this guy is really carving up people and all, turning them into, meat and God knows what else.
This is some serious carnage.
Oh yeah, he has that fucking rotary saw. And he puts that tape over her eyes, instead of just putting coins, or something.
Business is about to pick up with the carnage.
And he starts playing this like fucking tribal like music or some shit, Here we go with the rotary saw.
Yeah.
By gosh. By God, King.
Hey.
Holy shit, Taco.
It's just the way they're like, you see those bits kind of in pieces, but then mainly it's all the blood splashing on his face, bathing himself in the blood. And he's even getting those canaries like fucking bloody and shit, It's
Some
like
of the meat it's flying into the fish tank.
The fish tank, yeah. It's like we didn't want a bloodbath,
Unless you're the gangrel and shit.
And then part of her tissue and shit, is all grinding and flying into the fish tank.
I think I'm gonna lose my lunch.
Instead of popcorn, it's gonna be plopcorn.
Yeah.
And then it's like he's describing this to him or whatever, and he's remembering it, and then he's like dancing around, with the handcuffs on. But then that one cop goes, "Is that all?" What a fucking asshole. Is that all? People focus on it. See, he should have started his own car wash service because he knows how to clean mirrors and shit, or the fish tank,
Yep.
His dumb brother keeps smelling something, and he's like looking around. And then he's got I guess he's got her and some of her body parts in bags in a box. He's taking it out to the trash. What is that? He just ignores him, and his dad calls him a bastard. You know? I mean, he's dumping the bags in the river.
Look at the carnage.
It's the Asian food. Then he's taking pictures of pictures. I mean, what the fuck?
This is some serious carnage. Damn it.
It's Dexter Wong. Somebody's Wong because two Wongs don't make a white.
That's right.
Taco Bell. Wow. And then he says, he finally says, "Fuck you, man," to somebody. Then the one guy that looks like the heartthrob, he's leading the charge, oh yeah, that's when they take old Ellen DeGenerate here to fucking reenact the case, and she's flipping herself, flipping out. Put her in here, inside. Oh. The old Bing, he can't fit in there, Yeah, don't move. You're supposed to be dead, They didn't have to. Yeah, then she freaks out that they didn't even have to have him put her in there. One of the other guys could have done it, on too many followers. I took her into my room, and he's gonna,
These fucking idiot cops, they're letting him be the ones reenacting it.
I know he could have just directed them, and said, this is what I did. And then he puts her on that plastic fucking sheet, and then she says, "Please, I beg of you, don't touch me." But then he's got his hand on her shoulder and pushing her down on the thing, so it's sort of like, And then he was describing how he cut her in pieces and shit. He's just flipping the fuck out. And then old Bing with his, nobody would touch you, or nobody would marry you if you didn't let them touch you like that or something.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the most fucked up parts. Old fat Bing is looking at a porn rag, and he's
he just says
looking
shit
at
and all that
these
stuff.
naked
All that
pictures,
meat,
and then
liquid shit.
this idiot picks up this fucking jar, and then old Bing gets this shit on him, and he's holding this thing. No, I think it's formaldehyde. Because look, there's holding a human breast that's been cut out,
Man.
and then he throws it like a it lands right on Ellen
damn it.
DeGeneres.
Gross.
How could you do this, fat bang? It's evidence. Because I'm a slob, that's why.
That's sick.
Damn it, it looks like a jello brownie.
It almost looks like a fucking donut,
Yep.
It's weird. Why are you so scared,
It's not like a tarantula that's gonna fucking eat you or anything.
I to Wong Pew, there you go, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know you farted last summer,
I agree, Chester. But no spoilers. Even though if no
Scream
one doesn't
Past
like
Seven
it,
is on what movie in English now? What was it on? What was it in before?
it's on fuck movies, but it's a different language.
Well, I guess apparently it's in English now. Well, that's what they did with that Springsteen movie. The first time I watched it, it wasn't. It was in English, but it had Spanish subtitles, and I was like, "What the fuck?" But I got to learn it anyway.
Yeah,
It's a Vietnamese donut.
true.
Ghost face time, yeah. Es película, no muy bueno, fantasma face. Rosie, what's face in Spanish? I don't remember. No speaky queefy. Ashton, I barely know English. Fuck that.
I did see it on fuck movies, but I saw it in that other language, not English.
I can prove that you killed 4 people because killing the first one was too cruel. It was not perfect. And he hoped the second one would be better. Tara, that's right.
That looks like the same actor that was in that last
I gave Scream 6 a thumbs down because it sucked.
Yeah, Sin Cara, no face. I didn't see any spoiler, Chester. Yeah, it's fucked up. He's got those dissection books and he's looking at the private parts, And then we've got these 3 drunken hoes here.
Where's the 2x4 for hose?
Oh man, she's too hot.
Right. Hit the road, stupid.
She's too hot to be acting like that.
Exactly. Your car is big. Kara's Cara Phantasma. No, not really. He's just killing this one, you know. This time he's using gloves, you know. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
And the deal with the tape, you know, it's ridiculous. He could just fucking close their eyes, you know. He's trying to
Oh
figure out an
damn!
angle. Which to, oh shit, there we go.
Oh shit! There's some carnage meat.
This is where he's cutting off her breasts and shit, you know. What a idiot, you know. Yeah, well, that's what I said at the beginning, that there's a lot of like comic elements in this that probably shouldn't be, but there's, you know, there's some scenes that are like, what the fuck? Because now they're getting to the meat of the matter, so to speak. To probably feed those fish again, you know. This must be the third one then.
Tapes their eyes again.
Yeah. He thinks he's a wolf or some shit, you know.
Oh shit! They're like a
You cut
jello.
in a you cut in a circular motion. I know the way they made that too, man. It's just, but see that there, you know, where it's all the muscle and tissue, it almost looks like a giant eyeball. You know, it's like what the fuck? Your right wrongs with heaven's decree. All you killed are bad women. You know. But then it's like, why did you kill this student? See, that sort of reminds me right there of the whole Yorkshire Ripper deal. You know, like he was killing these fucking prostitutes, and the pigs knew about it, but they
Mhm.
didn't care because they felt like they were, you know, he was doing their job. You know, taking them off the streets. You know, it didn't matter that they were dead. That's true. You know, and then but then he wound up killing this one girl that was a student, and that's where he fucked up when they were like, oh wait, he killed this innocent girl. Now we got to go arrest him after we let him get away, you know, with this shit. They even fucked up one time where like this one cop basically had him, but didn't know that it was him and let him go.
Ông có thì là diễn đào nhưng mà được biết tay đầu đang buổi hùa xong kìa. Cũng một ngồi à. Nhưng cũng có gì
That creepy smile and shit. I don't understand. What do you mean? I hate the dirty people in this world. It's hard to find a pure girl like you. Well, hard to find a pure girl anywhere. No offense, ladies. Banana Republic. He cuts more breasts than Colonel Sanders.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's Rosie for you. You know, if we didn't have Rosie here, our life would be incomplete. And that's my honest answer. That's one of the best lines, Ashton, in that damn. You know, I can't wait for that movie to come out. Slapping her around like she's his wife, you know? Like, what the fuck? I don't have an evil mind. Bullshit. Just go buy her a fucking milkshake and a meatball sandwich and everything will be all right. Exactly, Brooke. Get to the corner, Ashton. None of that tomfoolery. It will not be tolerated. I know you're kidding. You know. It's the ghost cab, you know. What's that fucking TV show where they had that cab driver with cash cab? Yeah. Instead, they should have it like ghost cab, you know. Are you riding with a ghost or not? Let's find out. Ghostesses with the mostesses. No, pure girl like you must have good judgment. You too. You're a good man, even though I know you're gonna fucking kill me. Because nobody understands me.
This is absolutely some pretty good carnage in this movie, Texas.
Well, I figured you'd like it. I just, you know, some of these things are kind of, you know, I haven't seen many of these at all. In fact, really, this is my first Cat 3, even though I do own a Ebola syndrome, but I will admit that I'm too scared to watch it because of some of the things I've heard about it, you know, and they showed some stuff in that documentary. And it was like, oh shit.
But what I like about this movie is that like the first half isn't like the carnage stuff because it's most likely safe for like the last second and third act of the film.
Well, when they get, you know, him into these like scenes and the way they filmed it and stuff, it's really pretty cool, you know.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, some of it's just sort of like, what the fuck? It's just like he gets creepier and creepier, and but it's like, but he can't decide what the fuck he wants to do. And then he starts playing that fucking music that makes him howl at the fucking moon and shit. Kind of puts his ass in a trance, you know, where he's. And I'm sure that watch he's wearing, he got on the Black Wong market, you know, stuff. This Rolex is for you. You know, regular $20,000. I sell for you for $20. Give extra 5. Make you holler. What? Now she's fighting him off. He keeps trying to drag her back into the car. You know, slams his hand at the door. You know, shit. Run, girl, run. Is this the manifesto? I don't know about that. Hey, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
He said he's here to leave a thumbs up and grab his sketty wig. Yeah, there hasn't been any sketty wigs worn in a long time.
Yeah.
See, that's a weird deal too, because he's all tripping. She's running through that forest, and he's still fucking in that car. And then he takes that comb and he fucking combs his eyebrows. It's like, what? Weird. Yeah, and then here's this couple. They're making out in the car. And then they take off. You know, they're like they don't know what the hell's going on. You know, let's get out of here. Drive. You know, leaving this poor girl to be sacrificed. You know. That's all right. Those cops will hunt you down and kill you because you let this poor girl die. Yep, here he comes, you know. Irritable house symptoms. Yeah, there you go. They have this ridiculous, like, you know, little police substation thing or whatever, and she's banging on the door. There's obviously nobody there, you know, and he's right behind her smiling like a weirdo, and you know, he's gonna fucking strangle her and stuff. Sorry, kids, no cell phones back then, I guess. Yeah, there she goes. She's dead. Why did you run away? Well, what do you think? Because you're a fucking lunatic. Fucking forgot to eat your damn chow mein, son of a bitch. Yeah. There's another clip for you, Juno.
You put pee-pee in your Coke.
Don't sleep. Please don't sleep. Talk to me. Yeah, sure, that's going to happen. Exactly. Yeah. Come on, man. I just love the fact when they want him to like fucking talk about the experience, he's like totally goes back, but it's all like he's going ape shit and stuff, you know.
Yep.
You better cooperate with us. I want to leave work early. Yeah, because the old fat bang, he needs to get his feed bag on. And old Ellen DeGenerate, she's vomiting and shit, you know.
She's vomiting oatmeal.
Yeah, it looks like oatmeal. Oh yeah, shit. This is the Yeah, where there's an actual video of him cutting the breasts open and stuff, and she's like, I can't look, and then yet she's looking at the fucking screen.
Oh yeah.
While she's puking. Hell yeah! Then one of your fucking, the guy, shit, motherfucker, son of a bitch, your English, translation there of him saying it, and even Fat Bing is losing his appetite, probably the first time in his whole life.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a bit that's kind of gonna get a little fucked up because
Gruesome.
not exactly, but he's telling that her dead body that he wants to marry her, and he says, "I suppose your silence means you agree." So, he's going to sort of consummate his, proposed marriage with a corpse.
Mm-hmm.
That's sick stuff.
He is a sick motherfucker. I agree.
Yeah.
Like it's like a mixture of Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer shit.
Carson would say that's some weird violence.
Well, at least he's cleaning her up before he, makes a mess with her, so to speak.
Oh man.
Well, hey, I just say it as as it comes. I mean, well, not,
Not
but
like
yeah, not like that. Yeah, Ash might be a little scared at this point, but I don't think he's watching it. Are you watching this, Chester? Alan goes great, lubing her up, but I mean, he's doing makeup. He's doing the whole shebang before he bangs her. I mean, Ashton's here. Yeah, he's here. He does a good job putting her lipstick on. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny how he keeps pondering like stuff like, how should I do this? What should I do?
yeah.
Then he's posing her in different things, probably, yeah, because he's gonna shoot the video and all that. He's gonna take some photos. Chi bang, yes. Oh. There he goes again, howling at the moon, and twirling her around like a doll. You and I are virgins. Our marriage is perfect. No, I don't think it is there, bud. I think you lost that shit a long time ago.
And absolutely.
I don't know, right? Yeah, if anybody's offended by this, I would, close your eyes because, oh Jesus, there he goes. But I warned everybody. Oh shit, where'd Juno go? Holy fuck. Juno, come back. Juno. Where'd he go? There he is.
Shit, damn it.
What happened? What happened? You disappeared.
I was clicking the comments because we were getting new comments, and I'm like, shit, I fucking exited the video.
Oh, you knocked yourself out. Oh, okay.
It's because they
Juno
put
went for
the
another box of tissues. What?
yeah, they have the comments next to the damn exit button. Like I'm always like accidentally
Yeah,
hitting that fucking button.
I've done that before. Bro, it's just like Juno couldn't take it. So here he goes and he signs his confession. See, it's so funny how he wouldn't talk about anything or nothing, and then he just all of a sudden, when he's reliving all that shit, so they talk about, they name the victims that he killed and stuff
Yeah.
and all. I think this was probably based on true events, as most movies they always say are, because they say this took place in '82. Mr. Lee, please sign here. Which Lee? This Lee. So it's at the prison and going to visit him and stuff. And then these fucking prisoners are begging him for cigarettes. They should have had him light one up and stick it in the fucking convict's eye. Mister, do you have cigarette? No, here's your fucking cigarette right here, asshole. He brought old Ben with him to rip somebody's face off. Bend over. In the movie Primate, there's this fucking killer chimpanzee named Ben, and he's ripping people's jawbones out and fucking ripping their faces off.
I'd like to see that one.
Yeah, we can watch that. Any
That's
request,
That's another Carnage one. It's good.
And he says here, that he would help him if he can, and then he says he wants his photos and videotapes back, and he tells him no. Sorry, that's impossible. I've given them all to Fat Bing, so he can roll himself in oil and have a good time. And then he just acts all weird, here, like acting like he's got a lightsaber or some bullshit.
At the end of the movie.
Yeah. Then he just looks at him, all fucked up. There we go. That's the end,
He's clinically fucked
That
up.
was pretty good. It was better than I expected.
Well, like I said, it's kind of one of those where it's a lot tamer than, some of the things I've seen,
Sickening premise,
Right.
but it was well made.
Ashton photo. What?
Not sure if I'd want to see it again.
Right. We can get Ashton to translate this Korean stuff for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, all events pure coincidental, blah blah blah. And then this movie says it was 1992 when it came out. Then there's something about how it says something 2003 or something. Yeah, 2003 Golden Sun Films. But yeah, that was Dr. Lamb Hamhock, and all that good stuff. Have a good night, Alan.
Night, Alan.
Man, so yeah, Tuesday, like I said at the beginning of the stream, for anybody that missed it, I'm going to do the Devo documentary Tuesday night. It will take place at 9 o'clock. That's probably why I was confused tonight when I showed up late, but 9 o'clock, definitely 9 o'clock Central, 10 Eastern. We're going to have a special guest with me and Juno, and so the movie itself is on Netflix. I didn't see a link for it on the Look movie at all, but I'm sure that some of you can probably find it somewhere. I'll try and look around and see, but if I don't see it on Look, then I usually don't know where to go, to find stuff. So, I mean, there's one that I use, but their servers are shit, and you never can get in there and stuff. So, you're welcome, Brooke, and stuff, and Rosie, and Ashton and Chester and Jimmy, who was like, I guess, here and gone, and Alan, of course, and Shamarla showed up, and Tony was here for a second, Johnny was here for a second, and yeah, so I hope whoever watches it on the replay, hopefully Todd, because I haven't heard from him in quite a while.
And be streaming the movie maybe next week and stuff. For next Friday.
Which movie?
Kind of figuring, because I had one ready, but I'm gonna maybe I'll find a different one instead. But one I was gonna plan on doing was Dead Man, which is a Jim Jarmusch movie.
Right. Which I've never
You ever
seen.
Heard of that?
Oh, I
never
know
that,
about
Jim?
it. But I've never seen it.
It's pretty good. It has Johnny Depp and Lance Henriksen is in it. A lot of good cast in that one. Because I don't want to spoil the movie, because there's some other good cast that you'll be like fucking unexpected, like holy shit, he's in there. But those are the two main focus actors that you see in the movie.
Definitely, yes, definitely have to give a shout out to Z, because he's always here with us in spirit. And MAGA too,
Okay.
Yeah, isn't Dead Man really fucking long though?
It's like a 2 hour long movie.
Oh, okay.
But I do enjoy it. It's kind of a bit like a Western movie too, but it has like this weird fucking rock music, like guitar riff music that they use throughout the movie that feels like fucking eerie and shit.
It wasn't Neil Young didn't do the music for that, did he?
I don't think so. I don't know. I'm not sure. I didn't see who did the music, um, but yeah, it has a good cast. Because I don't want to spoil who was in the movie, because there's a lot of good actors in that fucking movie. But I know like the main actors you see is Johnny Depp, Lance Henriksen, Robert Mitchum's in it, and
You know, there's lots of
Yeah.
Bob in that.
You're right. Yeah, it says that old fucking uh, Dead Man is on Tubi. Wow.
Yeah. They even have full movie slings on YouTube for that.
Ruby is on Tubi.
Yep.
Damn, yeah, you're right. This has got a huge like cast in it.
Yeah. I know you didn't want to be spoiled like who was in the movie, but yeah, there's a lot of good cast. The guy who plays Nobody, he's briefly in Ghost Dog, and he's supposed to be the same character that's in Ghost Dog. The guy that says stupid fucking white man. He's supposed to be the same character from Dead Man.
How is that possible, though? That doesn't make any sense. Well, he listed
Is
here
he?
as a Western and a fantasy. So, what?
Yeah. Because the reason he's in that Ghost Dog, why he appears in Ghost Dog, is because it's supposed to be a nod to like his movie Dead Man, that people like that character. And I don't want to spoil the movie if you want to wait till you see it, because it is a good movie. It's granted it's like almost 2 hours, but I liked it. It's pretty good. It's also pretty violent too, as shit too. But it's also fucking creepy and weird.
Yeah, there's a whole thing here about how gives them an overview of the meaning of it supposedly. Basically, they say it's Johnny Depp is William Blake, an accountant whose journey west becomes a spiritual odyssey through purgatory after he's shot, guided by a Native American named Nobody, symbolizing death, rebirth, and anti-colonial themes, with the train ride itself representing the passage to the afterlife. Jarmusch must have been doing some LSD or something. I'm just kidding.
It's a good John Jarmusch movie, in my opinion. It's
I pretty much love everything that Jarmusch has done. I mean, did you ever see that one that he did? The one that has Winona Ryder in it. I'll find it.
Winona Carbona.
Yeah, that's the one. No, I'm trying to think that.
That Ramon song. Winona Carbona.
Yeah. Night on Earth. You ever see that, Juno?
Never seen that one.
That's a good one. That's kind of an anthology where it's all kind of tied together.
But yeah, Ghost Dog and Dead Man, those are my favorite Jim Jarmusch movies. But I think Dead Man also got a Criterion Blu-ray.
Yes,
as
it
well.
does.
So that's like a Criterion treatment. I don't know, but it's not a bad movie. It's like pretty fucking trippy. Like it's like if you're high or something and you're watching a trippy ass movie. That's what pretty much the movie is. If it's like a like acid trip on Western.
But see, Juno, you can't say that because you don't do that stuff, so you really wouldn't know. I mean, I don't either. So I mean, but I'm just busting your balls, Juno.
Well, yeah, that's right. It's just if you're on drugs or something, you probably think that you're on drugs watching this movie
Right.
because it's a fucking weird ass movie, but it's pretty good.
But that's another lesson for you kids. Don't do drugs.
Yeah, Ben Grimm says don't do drugs.
Ben Grimm.
The banana.
Oh, Fantastic Four,
Right.
the thing.
The only other band though that has his little voice pad, dead, 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 dead. That was one smart fucking chimp if he was able to, tell those fucking kids that they were going to be dead, dead, dead.
Well, he was right because they're those kids were pendejos.
Well, I mean, within reason, but he shouldn't have been fucking around with a mongoose in his pen.
That's right.
That's what we'll do for you, Juno. We'll buy you a pet mongoose.
Oh fuck the mongoose! I'd rather take the Ben. I'd rather take the Ben.
Yeah, but you got to be careful. I mean, those. That movie was really realistic because chimps do have fucking superhuman strength.
Oh yeah, they do. They rip your head off.
Yeah.
Yep, they'll
Look
rip
at
your
the
head
planet.
off and sit there.
Literally.
Look at those Planet of the Apes movies. They beat the fuck out of you.
Oh yeah.
Like
They
the
go
buck
deep.
dude. No, that bug gorilla took down a helicopter.
When he fucking was beating on that, girl, man, just
Beat on the bread. Beat
I like how the movie did when really more carnage. Like not fuck away with it. They went straight at it.
yep.
They can let or yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's about all I got, yeah, and whatnot. And but thanks everybody for coming in, and for those of you who watched the movie, thanks for bearing with it. So I hope you didn't get scarred for life or anything like that. I forgot to do my usual, kind of thing about, this movie may contain language and/or images which may be upsetting to some people, or might generally piss some people off.
Dirk is in the house.
But we didn't make the movie, so nobody can blame us for it.
Hey there, Dirk.
Hey, Dirk. Well, yeah, we were just about to take off. We finished the movie and everything, and whatnot. But since you're here, I just wanted to say, at least everybody is learning how to be a negative renegade. Yeah, Rosie says I'm paying for her therapy. Okay. The movie tonight had yams and no beer, so. What the fuck are you watching, Juno?
I put on another movie after it was done.
Yep. Yeah, well, yeah, it's always good to be a negative renegade, because we're not
The other movie,
breaking. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was saying the other movie I put on is this movie called Blue City with Judd Nelson.
I think I've seen that, but that was forever ago. The real good one with him, it's kind of like it's sort of a movie like Breaking Away, but it's got Judd Nelson and Kevin Costner. One of Kevin Costner's first movies it's called Fandango. That's a real good one.
Hmm.
But at least here, I'm not advertising or making T-shirts that break copyright laws of a deceased rock star that somehow happened to become a squirrel.
Yeah.
The fucking ideology of some people, I just don't get it.
Even like that asswipe Stuckhole.
Better than being an ass in the world of delusions. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, Stuckhole's an ass.
Yeah, not exactly that one, I think, but then. Well, yeah, since you're here, Dirk, how is House with the Laughing Windows? Because I know you've talked about that before. Anyone? Bueller?
Dirk says it's 10-10 Jalo.
10-10? Okay, good.
Tintin.
10-10, 10-10, yeah. I used to read 10-10. That was, it was a good comic. Hit with his little curly Q on top and his fucking dog. They did that movie, that had what's his name, Simon, fucking Simon Pegg.
Mm-hmm.
It
Did you ever
wasn't
see
bad.
it?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it was all right.
Did they kept that? Guys, I never saw that one. Like, did they kept like the accurate look of the comics?
Yeah.
That's good. Very strange and very ambitious. Epic reveal.
Okay. There you go. That's I'll have to watch this then. They added a bunch of Korean stuff to Arrow, and we were looking at some of the trailers. Some movie called Live Stream that looked all right, and another movie called Horror Express, and something called Cadaver, and one called Noise, one called Office. Of course, Dr.
Horror
Lamb.
Express. Horror Express is pretty good.
Oh, you've seen Horror Express? Oh,
yeah,
no. This is a different Horror Express. This is a Korean film about these.
Okay.
These people that some girl creates some sort of fabricated paranormal investigation or something, some kind of channel.
Mhm.
But then they go to check out some house where these people were murdered, and then shit hits the fan because dead people are living in that house.
Yep.
I've seen the Horror Express one with Christopher Lee and all that. It's a good
That one's
it's a
pretty
good
good.
one. I tell you what though, the other night CK and Uncle Bill were talking about some of Severin's box sets, and CK was going over that Christopher Lee Volume 3, which has that documentary on him in it, and then a few others that seem pretty interesting, because I've heard that like the first volume I think is supposed to be pretty good. The second one is so. It's a lot of like German films and shit that he was in.
Mhm.
And then Uncle Bill was doing that box set of those films from Spain after Generalissimo was, or maybe they were filming some stuff guerrilla style while all that oppression and shit was going on. But it's a big ass volume of, I think there's like 19 discs or 19 films, something like that. But it's a big fucking box set. But one of these days, when it's on sale and they have their, sale, and you can get, the shit for 40% off, I'll do that.
Yep. Are you thinking of getting that?
At some point, yeah. I did order what's William Miller, Billy Milligan thing, where they found these films of his that had never been, got a proper release, plus the documentary on him called Degenerate. And then some of these, I forget who the fuck it was that did these Italian like Raiders of the Lost Ark rip-offs. I ordered that, in the bundle. Yeah, the sales are always the best, Are you going to Frightmare this year, or Texas Horror Weekend, or whatever the fuck it's called?
No.
Yeah, I should have, but I missed like number 8. When that one guy was in on your stream, some guy in chat, when that thing came out, he said that it was sold out, and it wasn't sold out at the time. And then of course that's the only one that like did sell out, straight away. But when this guy said, "Oh, it's sold out," it wasn't sold out then, because I had checked, and I was like, "Well, this guy's out of his fucking mind," I thought it was going to be around, and it did sell out. So I'm pissed at myself for not getting that. There's probably some jackholes on eBay selling it for like triple the fucking price.
Fuckwads. Fuckwads are selling it for scummy money.
Good old fucking pet movie, probably.
Yeah, that jackal.
Or cool duder in his pants,
That MC jackass who hates Ray Dennis Segler. Which
I'm not
is a
so
jackass for.
I'm not so much mad at MC anymore, although I still am pissed about that. Yeah, I mean, what the fuck, But the thing that pisses me off the most is that he's too fucking cheap to buy the stuff. He has people send it to him so he can watch it and review it, and then he sends people stickers or whatever for whatever fucking reason, you know. Oh, I'll send you some, MC swag. How about an autographed picture? How about a pair of my sunglasses? You know, how about my balls on your chin?
I just threw your huevos.
Some stickers, yeah, that's what he says. How about some MC stickers? I refuse to, say the people's names because they don't need to be, glorified on, But I mean, it's dumb, It's like some asshole's gonna spend the fucking shipping to send, him a box set that he can, you know, watch, and then he'll mail it back to him. It's like I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't fucking trust anybody like that. Well, as far as you, Juno, you and Dirk, yeah, and Darren, but I know, isn't that fucked up, Dirk? I mean, who the fuck, it's like I'm not gonna, fucking do that so you can, review it. Who gives a fuck? There's plenty of other people that can buy their own shit and review it. I mean, doesn't make any fucking sense to me, but you know,
Maybe he doesn't have anywhere to store it.
well, that's a problem. That he's
That's a
gonna.
lot of DVD Blu-rays.
Yeah, well, I
If
mean,
he's reviewing and stuff.
well, this was and one of the things that Juno mentioned was he was bitching about Ray Dennis Steckler and said that because Ray Dennis Steckler made some porn, big fucking deal, and he was like, "Well, this movie sucked, this one sucked," and it's like, man, no, it didn't. You're an idiot, Like, I mean, of course, he's entitled to his opinion, but it's just like, nah, you're wrong, I mean, I'm not there to watch his fucking porno films. I'm there to watch his other films, the ones that
That are interesting.
You're right. But that's the way the barn blows. Well, Juno, whatever you decide, like if you decide to do Dead Man or something else, that's fine.
Yeah.
Nobody bitches about D'Amato's porn. They probably don't actually. Well, shit, I don't even bitch about what's her name, Finetch, and fucking Don't Torture a Duckling. And even that's bordering on what would you say? I mean, there's a kid in the room and she's all out there naked and sort of, making that kid like go, Baba Booey, Baba, Here, let me bring you a glass of orange. Well, yeah, there you go. Creepy as fuck, But see, that didn't bother anybody back then. The worst part is, well, I don't want to give away spoilers, because, for anybody that hasn't seen that. That's a good ride, though, that movie. I like it a lot. I'd say really that's my favorite Fulci besides New York Ripper. Those two for sure. And then, of course, the trilogy, So, but But that's another show entirely. You know, we'd be here all night talking about this. Hell, I thought we were going to be talking about food the whole night almost before I started the movie.
Food fighters?
Yeah, food fighters. That's right. This is a call for all you lamb chop eaters. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know if you've seen this Dr. Lamb movie, Dirk, but you should give it a try. Cat 3. It's not as bad as what I expected, you know, but there's some things in it kind of like woo.
Let's see the bastard Bing tosses that tit, you know, that on that
Yeah.
woman's back.
Yep. Exactly.
That was pretty wild.
Yeah, that'd be something for us to do, Juno, all the Ice Age movies. Just kidding.
I see.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you're right, Dirk. That's what we watched tonight. You know, it's it is trippy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So yeah, Tuesday night, you know, because I know Dirk wasn't in here when I said it, but Tuesday night I'll be doing the Netflix Devo documentary. Juno and I, and we got a special guest that'll be on about an hour later than usual. So, but yeah, I guess we're gonna get the hell out of here and stuff. You know, I had since Dirk came in. You know, he deserves ample time to throw a few things around, and it's a good conversation with him and everybody. So, you know, appreciate you guys. Coming out to Juno's earlier this week when we watched The Hitcher and whatnot. And yeah, I think P. Rich tomorrow night has Halloween H2O, and he did Arachnophobia last night. But yeah, everybody have a good weekend this weekend, and don't throw any hands. Don't do drugs. Don't buy any squirrel shirts. Always be a negative renegade.
Night, everybody.
Yep. Have a good night, y'all. And, I'll see you. Yeah, Dirk and Darren have a show on Sunday. I need to get more prepared, so I can always promote their stuff. But yeah, that'll be Sunday, usually 7 Central, 8 Eastern. And, of course, I'll be there, because it's always welcome to the panel of pain. And as everybody knows, Darren is the president of the Peter Black fan club. And, he can, he can pull salad. So, you guys can make out what I said, and you get a golden ticket. But thanks for everybody coming in again. Major salutes to everybody. And we'll see you soon. And I'll be talking to you soon, Dirk. I'll message you, say it because I have a few things I got to send you. So,
Night,
all right.
Eric.
Good night, everybody.